Straight from the land of the rising sun, she'll love you like never before. Her eyes will light up at the flip of a switch, slow motor running forevermore. Your gears are running now, babe. In my brain, the perfect love doll, babe. You drive me insane. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it, 'cause you got a 5-year warranty. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it. Money back guarantee. She gets her charge from the morning sun. Solar, that's what you do. She likes to walk with me where I jolly roll, please. Of love that's hard to confuse. Your love is dangerous to get used to. If I were to have it all, you would be real too. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it, 'cause you got a 5-year warranty. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it. Money back guarantee. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it, 'cause you got a 5-year warranty. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it. Money back guarantee. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it, 'cause you got a 5-year warranty. Artificial love, baby. I know you got it. Money back guarantee. Hello, how do you do? You keep me calling, I like you. You talk differently, you talk wild. You keep me running with your faded smile. It's a dream that I found once upon underneath a falling star. It's a lot that a love can live on, even if you ran up and gone. Sweet tears that I receive from you, a sweet love that can't replace that without you. Come on now, I know it's true. I feel the intensity within you. You keep on beckoning for my final call, but you know that it's smack dab inside your hand. Bloody hearts just like you and me need to be together, you see. They would know that. Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie! Let's go, Stevie, Stevie Lou!
scene. All right, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? How are you doing? Oh, what a silly little thing we got going on here today. Hey, Jimmy. Gotcha. I'm okay. And no, we're starting now. Not in a few minutes. We're now. It's now time. It's go time, motherfucker. How we doing? How are you? Stevie Lou in the morning. It's I don't know if you're into classical music like I am, but that little bit there I did, that was a song called A Night on Bald Mountain. Bald Mountain. Oh shit. Dick, cunt, pussy, fuck. I'm bald, and this is the Morning on Bald Mountain. That's the title. I fucking just came up with that. And that song actually is featured in the film The Toxic Avenger, which I just so happened to see the remake of last night, opening night, first showing, sold out room, Times Square, New York City. I don't know if you've heard of it. Times Square, the middle, the center, where everybody goes. That's where I was checking out the remake of Toxic Avenger. More on that. Oh, if you didn't think we were going to get to that, then leave. You don't know me, and I don't know you. Goddamn thing. We've got some fun stuff to talk about. I don't know. I met Clearwater Chad and his brother, the Clearwater Boys, this week. I don't know if you watched the stream. It's available. It's up there. I was basically a tour guide, an unofficial tour guide. So we could get into that. But yeah, let's start off like we start off all lunatic shows by, first of all, putting your L up. Throw the L up on the forehead. If you didn't know, if this is your first time here, this is what we do. This is Lou Nation. This is a sign to the world, not just your immediate surroundings, to the world, that you are a proud lunatic. That's what we do. We throw the L's up. You can throw it up in the chat. You can check it out. They're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is a show. This will be up later. Yes, Doodle. They remade the Toxic Avenger. Well, I'll break it down. A spoiler-free discussion about the Toxic Avenger, the new Toxic Avenger film that's out in theaters now. If you don't have plans this weekend, it's a fucking holiday weekend. Celibate. Wait till you're married. That's a linger longer on that one. If you don't have plans this weekend, or I'm sure you could find 2 hours. It's not even a 2-hour film. You could find the time to go see the Toxic Avenger in theaters. It's unrated. It's very obscene. It's obscene what's going on out here, folks. So do yourself a favor and go see Toxic Avenger in the movie theaters before it's gone. This is a brilliant, unique film, expertly done. I'm getting ahead of myself. We will spend time on the Toxic Avenger later on in the show. Again, spoiler free. It came out last night. I'm not going to fucking say nothing specific, but we can talk about it for sure. I have some thoughts, as I'm sure you could imagine. But yeah, back to our opening salvo. What we do here is we throw the L's up. I saw a bunch of people do that. Then we hit the like button. We're going to hit the like button as much as we can. Well, I guess no, you only hit it once, but as many people are going to hit the like button as we can get right now. I'll remind you again, but right now, do it. Stop messing around and just do it. All right, and then let's also start with a little stretch. Since it is a morning show, it's only 9 o'clock over here on the East Coast. If you're up on the West Coast, it's way earlier. God bless you. If you're having a little coffee for yourself, I'm having my iced coffee that I make at home, my Stevie Lou cold brew. Wait, Doodle. What's the cockadoodle doo? Cockadoodle loo? No, it's called Doodle. What do we call my coffee? But actually, cockadoodle loo is. I just thought of that right now. I'm going to write that down. Cockadoodle loo. Cock. Wait a second. Cock-a-doodle? What? Holy shit. That is obscene. I'm not going to write that down. I don't want anybody to see my notebook and think that I'm trying to do anything with my. I mean, I respect Doodle as a woman and as a person, so I'm not going to say what I just said accidentally because I didn't realize that what I was saying. All right, moving on. All right, back to stretching. Yeah, I'll roast you all right. You better watch out. I'll ghost roast you. The old Ray DeVito ghost roast. Poor Ray DeVito. We'll talk about him later too. But let's get back to the stretching. What we're going to do is everybody, you're going to take your right hand. Okay? If your right hand was on your forehead with the L, take it down just for a moment. And God bless you if you were just saluting with the L all this time. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand. You are going to put your right hand on your weed cock. Okay? Press the on button. That means it's working. You can see the light is kind of like that means it's working. So everybody get that working. Stretch it out to the right, all the way out. Stretch out your shoulder. See it's still working. Stretch it out to the left a little bit. Get that shoulder going. And then wait another second. Deep breath because now it's time to hit the weed cock. Oh boy. Yes, yes, indeed. That is how we get our stretch going. Not bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I did it for you, Doodle. I did it for you. Just finish that off. But man, if that doesn't get you ready to go, I don't know what does. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more normal too. These are my sunglasses. So, all right. It's like 9:15, and I mean, I was up at like 7:30, and I was definitely smoking it then. Oh man, it's crazy what's going on out here. Don't judge me. Don't judge me when I smoke hashish at 9 a.m. because it's first of all a holiday weekend. Second of all, it's Friday. Third of all, there's a lot to celebrate in my world right now. And just because I'm seeing double now doesn't mean that my celebration is any less valid. than what you celebrate and how you celebrate. Um, uh, man, that was nonsense. What I just the last couple of sentences out of my mouth, but um, yeah, let's get into it. Let's say hello to the chat. Let's see what's going on. Oh man, Mick E checking in saying that Chad and Doodle created a fake beef to throw us off the fact that he's moving in with her. Wow. So this is breaking news on TM Lumak um, that Doodle is indeed Chad's girlfriend, and they are moving into um, each other's apartments and lives. This is a great point from Doodle. She comments that it's almost 4:20 somewhere. As a matter of fact, in 20 minutes, it will be 4:20 in Kuala Lumpur. And I would like to just take this time to give a shout out to all of my lunatics and lunation in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you. But yeah, Chad's moving out of his starter home. Is the one that he saved up his little nest egg, and Gladwell Ape helped him out getting his spot, and it looks like he's Chad, a notorious non-relationship guy, is apparently, as we found out yesterday on MLC, in a relationship, and not only in a relationship, he's taking it to the next level, and they're moving in together, which, wow, that's pretty serious. So sounds like Mr. Z, the Z man, as some call him, is taking some positive steps in his life. I mean, it's maybe a little risky to be making that sort of move that quick. I know I've experienced that in my life before, and more than one occasion where you're head over heels in love and you want to cohabitate, and it could be a tricky situation. It can be a tricky situation. Things change rapidly and drastically when you move in with another person, especially a significant other. So I wish Mr. Chadley Zumock Esquire nothing but the best. I think it is, like I said, a step in the right direction for a guy like himself. He'll have more responsibilities on his plate now, and maybe that'll motivate him to continue to get his life on track, continue to try to prioritize health, wealth, good vibes. I think, just speaking in a broad sense, we can all say that Chad has made some excellent strides. If you look at where Chad was 2 years ago, a year ago, and compare to what you see in Chad today, I'm not saying that he's a changed man, but he has made some positive changes, I think, to his life. So if he can continue on that path, who knows where he goes from there. I'm here to be a positive person. I'm not here to be one of these A-logs. I'm not here to be one of these hunchback pedos. Okay. I'm a different breed than that. And I'm here to fucking just spread love and positivity and good vibes and healthy vibrations. So job bless to Chad Lizumak, man. Big up. Big up to my man, Chad Lizumak. Come strong through, my man. You're doing big thing. Booyaka. Jesus Christ. That dab fucking put me on Mars. I'm hoping you're here for it. Are you here for it? Doodle, this is your fault, Doodle. Doodle. It's all positive, Illumination. Goddamn right. It's all positive. It's love season in the Dabbleverse. A. Thompson says that, and I guess it is getting into cuffing season. That's what it's known in the world. At least I'm aware of this. You know, some you can feel it in the air that summer has come again. The echo of a battling band, baby, when September people start hooking up. It's just been jizz season, to be frank. And I'm not talking about Frank Pellegrino. That's for damn sure. Bo Bearden says, Bo Bearden, my man, says a tiger can't change its stripes. I guess, but sometimes those stripes can fade, and we can see the true a true tiger down a true cat at the bottom of it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Don't make sense. You know, Mintiggity's got a point here. You know, a lot of people, that incel term gets tossed around pretty willy nilly in this universe, and I mean, if we could take these people for their word, Chad's fucking, Karmic is fucking, Mr. Kill Everything is at least fingering. So I'm here for it. I applaud it. But where the fuck was I going there? Yeah, Chad made the big announcement. That's what we were talking about. That Chad has a girlfriend and he's moving in with her. Fucking A, man. Let's come. No, I'm sorry, Mickey. That'll get me to stop singing. That'll get me to shut my yap. Whoa. This is breaking news. Dr. Chow is claiming that Final Boss cammed up with Ava on Zoom. Does he technically qualify as not a virgin? I wouldn't go as far as that's him losing his virginity, but it does at least fall in line with this trend that I'm seeing, that, you know, nuts are dropping, loads are being released in the dabble. I mean, some loads were fucking pent up and took like all sorts, like took a team effort almost to get that load out of Karmic, but loads are moving. So load up, baby. Lock and load. That's what they say. That is what they will say sometimes. Leo says, how do you think a 50-year-old man who has lived alone his whole life will be able to live with a woman? It sounds like a fucking sitcom. It literally sounds like the premise to a good sitcom pilot. I'm not gonna. I think you're being a little heavy-handed with that, and I could get what you're putting down. You know. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit says Stevie Lou, show some respect for the Navy Flyers from the Midway. I will fucking. That was a respect salute, especially on this holiday, Labor Day. I guess that's not a military holiday, so, but I just throw a little salute for the Navy Flyers. I hope that was okay. I hope I did that all right. Ray is the last of the incels. Wow. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, like Ray was the original guy that we were all trying to get laid. I mean, fuck, I like literally gave him sexual performance enhancing medication to help him try to land that fucking plane. But yeah, I guess Ray's still hooking up with blacked out drunk chicks that are married at some of the worst bars in Manhattan. God bless him, but yeah, we got to get Ray laid. It's kind of sad that like you got Clearwater Chad's got his Russian chick, and fucking Ray is oh yeah. Usually says Ray not trying to bang Hope is disgusting to me. Why not? And then Mint Diggity completely nails this one. Ray is friend zoned, and you could tell by the way that she looks at him, and then the way that she fucking buzzes around like she's high on meth. But all right, America. That's goddamn right. So let's get into, I guess, uh, the more things change, the more things stay the same. I had the wonderful opportunity this week to meet, like I said, the Clearwater boys, Clearwater Chad and his brother were in town. We all had heard uh there was um some controversy where Kevin Brennan, KB of Misery Loves Company fame, was supposed to meet up with Chad and his brother in Borgo for some dinner that day. So I went in to the city. I was kind of, I didn't have to go in, but I figured I could go in, have some fun, stream if we had to, which we did, and maybe stick around, especially if what we all thought was KB was coming in. And while we were streaming, we come to find that Kevin had canceled and backed out, and I guess that rubbed some folks the wrong way, understandably. But to be honest, it didn't necessarily surprise me. Um, we know just historically, Kevin can be a little bit difficult to pin down. I think we could say. I famously had some issues with communication as far as what the fuck was happening 2 Atlantic cities ago. The one where Bob ended up throwing his drink at Kevin. I had we spoke about going down together. He was literally telling me like, "Hey, I'll get you a place to stay. Come down." And then the day before, he just kind of ghosted me completely, and I ended up going down on my own uh, and had a great time. But I've had my own issues in the past to the point where this previous AC event, I just I decided to not, uh, need to rely on someone else completely. So I booked my own room and rented a car and had a great time, and that all worked out. But yeah, listen, sometimes KB could maybe set some stuff up and then not follow through on it. I don't think that's me telling any tales out of school, and that seemed to be the situation. I don't know exactly what held him up, and I kind of stayed out of it, and even me running my mouth right now is probably going against what I was trying to do. But I mean, yeah, that's what it was. But we did have a great time. Clearwater Chad and his bro are good dudes. I showed them around Times Square. We walked over to Sullivan's, saw the famous, location where Gino's jaw was broken. We were looking for Anthony Cumia. If he was inside, he wasn't. We stopped at the spot where my arm was broken by nunchucks. So yeah, Steve is trying to say KB is flake. I'm not trying to. I just said that he fucking flaked on me and AC that one time, and then he flaked on these guys. I'm not trying to say. I just said it. Whatever. It's again, I don't know the details as to what was going on, but I'm just saying what it is. I mean, I do kind of have an idea of what happened there, and we could just say that he may have gotten himself DeVito'd. Clearwater Chad did, because that did sort of surprise me that his first night in, he's got Ray DeVito just latching on to him. It was funny. I was talking to those guys the next day, and they were like, "Yeah, Ray is a drunk. He drinks. That guy is just alcoholic. He's an alcoholic, man." So that was kind of funny to hear them comment on how just wasted of a person Ray likes to be operating as, and I got a kick out of that. But yeah, we did a nice little tour, so just go check that out. Just go check that out on Clearwater Chad's channel. It's one of his I think one of his most recent lives is him, I, and his brother taking a little tour of Times Square. At one point, we saw a scooter hit some guy, and I think he was filming the aftermath of that. At one point, I started streaming, and then I was streamceptioning. I took his phone and put my phone together to see what would happen. So that was fun. CWC is a good egg. Clearwater Chad is absolutely a good dude. And then yeah, Dr. Chow, a tour of all the sites for Hack vs. Violence. Nice of you to show him that, Lou. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought about it in my head. I was trying to kind of run the numbers, if you will, in my head live. I was like, man, this could almost be a thing that I could like monetize. I mean, you know how what they say. This is always a grift. We're always grifting. Venmo is there. PayPal's right there. Always a grift, but I was like, yeah, maybe I could like set up some sort of thing where people come to town. If you're coming to New York City, you could get like a quick little 2-hour Compound, the history of Compound Media tour, and we could go to like Starbucks right around the corner from where Compound was. That Anthony would always get his coffee. We could go get a beer at Sullivan's, of course, and you could stand in the spot that Gino was, and I'll come in and have a post under my arm and go, enjoy. Fucking Pat Dixon, man. He's all. I mean, it's wild to think how far he's come since punching Gino. It really is something. It's what a comeback story. We should call him like Rocky methamphetamine. Sometimes it's chunky, I guess. But I digress. Yeah, we could take you to the spot on I-80 where Ray was T-boned. That's actually not a bad idea, Chow, man. So yeah, if you ever are looking to come to New York City, you can reach out to me. Right now I'm doing them for free, but eventually I will be charging for that sort of thing. I actually had a business idea a long time ago, not too long ago, that I thought was brilliant. I was going to call it NYC High Horse. And you know how they have those horse carriages going around Central Park? Well, I was going to be the weed horse carriage where it's like, hey, come take a ride and like, hit a little boomba, a little choomba choomba woomba woomba. And like, we could listen to some Bob Marley, put a little tune on, get the horse going, man. What you need, man? You need some Rasta bum clot spleef, man. I got you. I'm the NYC High Horse, man. And we go take a little ride through Central Park. You get your smoke on, you get a little tour, and call it a day. So, yeah, I think that is on the table. So if you want to take a ride on the high horse, you could do that, or you could just go for a Compound Media notorious locations of Compound Media tour. My DMs are open, folks. If you're ever coming to the big city, which I suggest you do, what a time to be alive and experience things in New York City. But yeah, Clearwater Chad, he got vetoed. That's what kind of ended up fucking him over. He meets up with DeVito, Ray DeVito, and that changed everything in Kevin's head. I think. I think that like put a bad taste in Kevin's mouth that this guy is getting all chummy with Ray when he's supposed to meet up with Kevin and Borgo the next day. And I think that was the wrong move. And it's something that we've seen in the past. So this is not like a surprise. Just like KB flaking ended up not really being a surprise. Him being upset by perceived disloyalty is not something new. And we all know that Ray is just a horrible person, a truly remarkable scumbag. So the fact that he's cozying up with them is the bad move. If he wanted to maybe just say hello to Ray for a second, like in private, not on a public stream, I would get that. That would have been the right move. But instead, he's making a whole project out of it and going live with them. And yeah, that was a misstep. Similar to a similar second incident that occurred this week was our boy Karmic X going on Stuttering John's show, whatever the fuck you want to call that nonsense. Fucking ghoul. But yeah, like the more things change, the more things stay the same. Holy shit, is this not season 2, same story, different guy? How the fuck Karmic buddy, like a guy that I respect and I've had a wonderful time interacting with online on MLC now for several months. Watching him just kind of shoot himself in the foot there by going live with Stuttering John, and then not only going live, but more or less brown nosing the shit out of him. It was sad to watch, to be honest. And I don't judge Karmic totally as a person just because he may have fumbled this one. Let's just be clear about that. But I do absolutely acknowledge that that was the wrong move. Not seeing John's ulterior motives uh, until you're too late and stuck in his fucking trap is hard to see somebody that I respect go through. Um, it got brought up by Kevin that, oh, this is what happens to these guys like Quadfather and Stevie Lou. Hold on, hold on. I have to speak up about that. Quadfather, yes, that motherfucker was sucking John's dick for over a month. Just, oh, just taking John's, oh, the dick part and then the balls also. He had the balls in him there too. He was kind of like, "Ah, how's it going?" Then he had the balls. The dick was hitting him in the face because the balls were in his mouth, like, "Ah." So, I mean, I'm sorry, Quad, but that's what you were doing. Meanwhile, I was like sent to go in on to that show, and it was very short lived my time on there. I had a lot going on in my life at the time, actually, and I was like just kind of in and out real quick, and we all know how it went. And John Melendez can go fuck himself, and I will never forget the things that he did, the harassment that occurred just because I said your mom's box to him. So I hope John does realize that is something that I have not forgotten and I will not forget. And also something that an apology is really not necessarily all I'm looking for. So um, I don't expect that motherfucker to apologize. So that being said, yeah, I guess I just want to put that out there that Stuttering John, you're on fucking notice still and will always be on notice. So good luck with all that. I didn't fawn over John. As a matter of fact, I think I was paid to start appearing on John's show and then told him to go fuck himself. So yeah, let's just close the book on that. And I'm all fucking I'm like I got a sour mood. I'm in a sour mood. Let me fucking load up this weed cock and see if we can fucking brighten things up a little bit. What do you say? Huh? What do you say? Let's go to the chat. No gusto. You should meet people in Central Park for tricks. I don't. That's not where you meet. That's not where that happens. Central Park is not the place where the sucking and the fucking happens. Mm-mm. It's a fun idea for a job. I don't think it's going to make good money though. High horse. Hey, listen, those horse guys make money. And if you're going to like stand out from the other horse guys by being the weed horse, the only weed horse, or I could expand my business and have multiple weed horses. We'll get like little weed leaf canopies instead of the traditional red satin looking canopy. We'll get all Rasta fucking just really make it clear that we are different than the traditional horses. And then we also got the good shit, man. I could see us becoming a full-time enterprise, but sure. Maybe nights and weekends only first. Yeah, Carmick said he had been a fan of Stuttering John since he was 10 years old. A true fangirl moment. See, I think this is a misconception that a lot of people have. I get it. I was kind of the first time I did go on, so that's why I do understand it. The first time I did go on, I was kind of like, "Holy shit, Stuttering John, Howard Stern." But it's Howard Stern is the draw. It was never the sideshow freaks, the Shuleys, the Johns, the Elephant Mans, the Beetlejuices, the fucking drunken dwarves, etc. I can go on. You know, those were just part of the Stern mystique. So when you get all starry eyed about Stuttering John, it's a false sense of celebrity. Stuttering John was, I mean, what his big credit is that he was the announcer on the Tonight Show, and he only had that gig for he was like Kevin has very much stated that he was only front facing for a very short amount of time and it just didn't work and they had to take him off air. And that sort of stuff goes to your head. I get it. He was able to weasel some sort of career, but that's gone. And now he's become a true freak show. And the fact that you're going head over heels for that is suspect. And it makes you look bad, makes you look weak. It makes you look a lot lesser in a lot of people's eyes. One, more importantly, being Kevin Brennan. And you got to know that. And this excuse that, oh, I heard him on the phone with them the other day, that's bullshit, man. Common sense would dictate. Anyone with common sense there would know that that would be a bad move if you're in so well with Kevin. And like, I love Carm. I'll say that again. I love Karmic. He does a great job doing his own show. When he comes on MLC, if it's not Felicia content, he kind of just hangs out and just chills, kind of laughs along. We'll add some things here and there. You know, he kind of had a great thing going on the couple times that I had been on with them together on the weekend. He kind of just would post up and just chill and laugh, smoke cigarettes, get drunk. We'd bullshit with them. He's been getting a lot of heat with the relationship content, which is fucking awesome. I've been very much entertained by that, as I'm sure a lot of you also have. But he had something that was almost too good to be true, having that opportunity, and he more or less has not squandered it, but he's put a hold on that. And you know, at the end of the day, it's just fucking MLC, and it's not life or death or anything that's life changing. But I do think he did enjoy his time on MLC, and the fact that he just kind of kicked dirt on that by going on Stuttering John's show. You know, it would have been like going on Shuli's show. I mean, maybe that would have been more obvious to him to not do, but it would have been the same as going on fucking Shuli's show. Clearwater Chad's brother, Stuttering John, is garbage. What's worse, someone who eats too much because they love food, or so. Okay, Stuttering John is garbage. What's worse, someone who eats too much because they love food, or someone who drinks too much because they hate their own stutter? Wow, that feels like a rhetorical question that I'm not even gonna. Well, excuse me. Yeah, let's see. So Billy Wags got something for us coming up. Billy, if I am still live when you do post that, can you please let us know? KB told us to ghost Ray a few weeks ago. That's when I told Clearwater there was no way he was showing up. We had a hell of a run, but nobody tells Clearwater who to stream with. I don't know if this is the real Clearwater Chad's bro. So I don't want to just assume. I don't know if there's any way to verify. But this could be someone just cosplaying. Jesus Christ. KB told us to ghost Ray a few weeks ago. That's when I told Clearwater there was no way he was showing up. Okay. But yeah, fuck John. Fuck John Melendez. And that's where I leave it. I don't go anywhere near that whole fucking dumpster fire of a family, that situation that he's got going on. I don't go near it. I won't be nasty. I won't fucking sink to his level. I could. We all could. I mean, the chat could just say the worst, meanest, true things about your family right now in my chat. They could say it. I wouldn't say it, but my chat could say a bunch of things, nasty things about your family situation, what you've done, John, and how you've lived your life. The chat could do that. I won't do it, but I would imagine that the chat that I have no control over technically would be able to say really nasty, vile things about your family and the way that you've gone about that. And I'd have no control over it. Yes. We got to work on that, guys. We got to work on that. But no, let's be real. Let's keep it above the belt. Mano y mano, you're a piece of shit, and everybody knows it. It was nice to have him actually gone for some time. It's peaceful to think about a life without John. It's very peaceful, but he also does bring content. He's very easy to laugh at. Look at the Shuli Network. Their entire platform. So, yeah, you got to take the good with the bad. Because then, there you have facts of life. I guess we should get into Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avenger. Doodle, that's fine. I still think Stuttering John is better than the dues payer. Sorry, Stevie. I'll give it to you, actually. And I actually think I agree with you on this one. So you don't have to say sorry. Doodle, you can disagree with me also. And this is not something that I'm unable to handle. I think you may be a little bit, like, what do they call it? Traumatized from your time with Chad Zumach. We allow other opinions at Lou Nation, Luniverse, Lunatics United. I am, as you know, the founder and CEO. As a matter of fact, let's take this time to all hit the like button, throw the L up, and maybe go and retweet the link somewhere out there. Let them know that Lou is live, Lou Nation is in the house, and we are, in effect, celebrating Lou Labor Day. I don't. Okay, kind of lost it there. but we'll bring it back in and talk about my experience yesterday at the movies, going to see the Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger. If you didn't know, there is a film out called The Toxic Avenger, and it's directed by this guy, Macon Blair, who I honestly don't know that much about. I guess he's some sort of like indie director. He's done I think there was a movie called Murder House or Kill House or something. Let's check that out. My buddy was telling me about this. Oh, what? Sorry, kind of pausing up here. Murder Party. Okay. Murder Party is a 2007 horror comedy. He was a part of that. Oh, he was in that. Okay, so he's acted as well. Yeah, I don't know very much about this guy, Macon Blair, but Macon Blair directed The Toxic Avenger, the new reimagining is what I'd call it. Again, this is going to be a spoiler-free review here. I am not going to be putting any details out. I want to give everybody a chance to try to go see it. But let's check in real quick here. I was at the movies last night. So it's not like a full-on released film, unfortunately. So you are going to have to maybe look for it, see where it's playing. But here, check this out. Look at this. This was me and the gang hanging out at the movies there last night. Some of my trauma heads just having a good time, you know? This was after the movie. Look at us. Everybody's smiling, buzzing. But yeah, it was me and my crew. We went and saw the show, the showing at Times Square, like I said, 7:00 last night. The first showing available. And yeah, when we first had to get tickets, there weren't many theaters showing it. This was like we reserved our tickets a few weeks ago in advance. And I checked yesterday and they had put it in a bunch more theaters, had added showtimes to Times Square, and I was just kind of browsing around and it looked like they sold a bunch of seats, which is good to see. I think this is a film that absolutely pays homage to the original Toxic Avenger film. Several old school trauma films, several new school trauma films, all kind of get light reference to. But here's what I'll say too. This film was something that I was kind of unsure about going in. I had mediocre expectations for it, being a fairly big trauma fan myself. I was kind of worried that this could be mishandled. I just had that kind of worry, to be honest, going into it. And I will say that I was relieved that I was not disappointed at all. The film was produced by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz, the co-owners and creators, founders of Troma Entertainment. So I can see where their input was absolutely sourced their vision, I think, in a couple of ways was um, was achieved. The gore, the horror gore and gross out sort of stuff was absolutely in full effect. The comedy, slapstick humor, the gross out, yeah, immature comedy was there, but not completely childish and heavy-handed in any way. A very adult movie. Um, One critique that I did have is that there may have not as been as much nudity as one would come to expect in a trauma film. There is some, don't get me wrong. So if you're the kind of person that only goes to movies to see boobies, and I'm talking to you, Husey. I'm talking directly to Husey right now, that perverted little freak. There are some boobs, but yeah, what do we got here? The film was made 4 years ago. They completed principal shooting 4 years ago, which is kind of insane to think of. It's taken that long to get this out. But that being said, written 5 years ago, finished 4 years ago, the film could have been written yesterday and it would still feel very relevant. There is a plot line even about a fast food chain changing its logo and the backlash from the people saying they were trying to be woke from changing their logo. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this couldn't be more prescient. And really bravo to Macon Blair and his writers on nailing the vibe there. But yeah, go see Toxic Avenger. Not available everywhere. It's unrated, but Google Toxic Avenger showtimes, and I'm sure you'll find out where it's playing for you local. I don't think it'll be in theaters very long. Um, like I said, this is just not a mass distributed film like your normal box office stuff. So the normal films are not in theaters much that long anymore. Like sometimes it's like 7 weeks or so, or something like that. I forget exactly what it is. 8 weeks less. So you probably don't have much time to see it. But again, I am head over heels about the Toxic Avenger. Gonna definitely check it out a second time. Um, but oh man, yeah, okay. Dr. Chow says here. So I'm gonna do this. This guy wants to be annoying. You're gonna get timed out, man. We're not spamming today. We're not doing the spam stuff today. Sorry. Talk about the Dan Wicks joke. Yeah, Dr. Chow brings up a great little tidbit from I think was it last week at this point? I got this over here. Let me fucking find out what I did with this. No, I retweeted it. So just give me a sec here. Mm, fuck, where am I gonna even find that? Okay. Going to the Mets game with Bobo tonight. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay. I can't find it on my shit. Let's find Dr. Chow's. be under videos on Dr. Chow. That'll media. Bear with me, folks. Would it not be under media? Shit. All right. Give me one more second here. Let me see if I could dig this up. I got a Hail Mary. Hail Mary here. Damn, dude. What the fuck? Where did this video go? All right, I give up. Chow, do you have that link to the schooled homes? If you can, please send it over. I am having trouble finding it. And now at this point, I kind of won't stop until I find it. So even if we fucking just completely halt this show, realizing how much I fucking post garbage on Twitter because I'm having to sift through piles of shit here and try to find this. I post a lot of nonsense. Okay, I think we're getting closer. Just scrolling through my timeline right now. This is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. It's going to be worth the payoff, though. I know that. Mother of fucking God. Here we go. Found it. Motherfucking found it. Fuck do I do this now? Okay. Wow. Oh, you guys are still here?
My friend Lucian, he challenged him because Lucian like had that came to mind. But anyway, he was battling my friend Lucian. He challenged him because Lucian like had battled one of his friends. So then he wanted to battle him to avenge him.
100% true. So there is this thing in New York City called Comedy Fight Club. It's kind of popular, or it's had its popularity. It's something that at one point Louis J. Gomez was involved with, but it had been around for a while. It was around when I first started comedy in 2016 in New York City. It was a good networking. Networking is huge when you are a nobody, no name open mic comic. So it was a place to meet people and try your shit out. Now, it was just roast battle. It was just a basic roast battle. That was what Comedy Fight Club was. And yeah, there were levels of skill when it came to that. And it's something that if you had more reps than the other person, you were likely going to beat them. Or if you were, there was more than that to it, a lot of clickiness to it. But this one kid man, what a man in the Valley of Men. This one dude, his name is Lucian Formicello, and it's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure he used to date that chick Maddie from Wild and Out. Maddie Smith, who Ray has had on his show before. This kid, again, I don't know, this was almost 10 years ago, and he was probably in his mid-20s or so. I'm in my mid-30s at the time. This guy, Lucian Formicello, who was a comedian in New York City, funny guy, actually. I will give him a lot of credit. He was very funny, and he was also a very good roast battler. He had battled someone that I knew, and he fucking destroyed him, like annihilated him. And I was there, and I tried to be goofy, okay? Like, I don't know if you get the vibe that's going on over here, but being a goof is one of my favorite things to do. So I was like, all right, you want to beat up on this guy? Why don't you come pick on someone my size or your own size or whatever? And this doesn't make any sense because it's comedy roasting. But I was like, I'll go against you and I'll show you how it's done. And we scheduled to have a roast battle between Lucian and myself. So that was, I believe, my first roast battle ever. And I was also new to stand-up comedy. So more or less I had no idea what I was doing, but I'm a funny guy, right? So I figure I can figure this shit out. So that's the setup to this for sure. Let's let these guys tell it.
And my friend Lucian was going into this like, dude, I barely wrote anything. This is going to be bad. And then Stevie Lou gets the mic and he goes, yo, what's up, everybody? This is Lucian. Lucian was homeschooled. Well, you're about to get schooled, Holmes.
Oh my God.
The room exploded in a way I've never seen from a bad joke.
I hope it's with booze.
So there you have it, folks. The room exploded. And Dan Wicks will tell it, man. First of all, this guy on the bottom, his name is Chris Crespo, and he was a roast battle legend in New York City because he doesn't have arms. He has some sort of birth defect where his forearms never developed. So very, very funny guy. Kind of a jarring physical presence, to say the least. I get it. I have my deformities, my face. But yeah, so Chris Crespo was kind of a roast battle New York City open mic legend. Everyone knows Chris Crespo because he's the guy with no hands, and he's very funny, or no forearms, excuse me. And then yeah, Dan Wicks was another guy who was like open mic lifer, I almost want to call it, where you had this like group of people in New York City. I was in that sort of stream myself for a while, but it's exhausting where you're just like grinding as hard as you can as an open micer, trying to get as many spots in a night. And Comedy Fight Club used to be Sunday night at like 9 o'clock in the basement of some bar. So you'd have to like go in through the top bar and then go downstairs. And it was literally kind of like Fight Club, where there was like a packed house, like hungry to laugh and yuck it up audience. So it wasn't a lot of like actual audience. It was just like open micers, New Yorkers, comedians hanging out. It was more of like a show for comedians, starring comedians. So I came out and just fucking dropped one of the hackiest, dumb opening jokes apparently in all time, because Dan Wicks arguably probably has been to every Fight Club in the past 8 years, 9 years has been going. He's arguably been there for every Fight Club, and you can hear it out of his mouth right here. Like, Dan Wicks and I are not friends. Like, I'm friendly with Dan Wicks for sure. We never had any beef or anything. He used to do my open mic that I used to run. We used to be on the same shows a bunch, so we would hang out, see each other at shows. Always very friendly. Very nice dude. Very nice dude, and a very, very funny guy. I love Dan Wicks's humor. I think I even may have hired him and like paid him to be on a lineup with me when I used to produce shows. A very well respected guy, but not a guy that's like a friend of mine, and I think Dan Wicks would agree with me on that. Again, no disrespect. I actually very much respect him and his humor, and a very nice guy, but we're not like buddies in any sense. So to hear him kind of say that, I was a little surprised, because honestly, I didn't really even remember this until he jogged my memory by bringing this up. This is like just one of many crazy moments that I had doing the NYC comedy. But yeah, let's do that one more time.
What's it, to avenge him. And my friend Lucian was going into this like, dude, I barely wrote anything. This is going to be bad. And then Stevie Lou gets the mic and he goes, yo, what's up, everybody? This is Lucian. Lucian was homeschooled. Well, you're about to get schooled, Holmes.
Oh my God.
The room exploded in a way I've never seen from a bad joke.
I hope it's with booze. Oh my God.
That's like a early 80s rappers thing,
That's like early 80s rapper. That's like Ray. Great riff. Great follow-up. These guys literally said that was one of the greatest opening jokes of all time. And then Ray just mindlessly tries to riff nonsense and just falls on his face immediately. But yeah, like I remember wanting to try to go, and do you think that I thought that I was going to fucking actually like work that as a successful roast joke? I knew that I was going to have to pull out some bangers for this Lucian guy. And I had actual roast jokes written that I performed as well that day. And I remember Lucian did beat me. He did win. Because honestly, it was probably impossible to top that opening joke. But let's watch Ray try to just riff and also try to throw cold water on my brilliance here, because Ray doesn't consider me a funny person. He thinks that he's funnier than me and he's more successful than me. So the fact that these two guys that he respects and knows are cracking up and talking about my big moment, you can see triggers Ray here.
Some like a lyric you would hear like Rapper's Delight to hip hop, the hippity
So yeah,
the 80s rap.
Drunken Idiot Ray just completely rubs shit all over that great look at the two guys like laughing about the thing that I did, and now look how Ray follows up here.
That's like a early 80s rappers thing, some like a lyric you would hear like Rapper's Delight to hip hop, the hippity hop, like that.
Yeah.
So, oh
Yeah. Yeah, like Dan Wicks nervously agrees with Ray, still laughing about the thing that I said, and then Ray trying to one up. He thinks it's his time. Stevie's not that good of a joke. I'll show Stevie. I'm Ray DeVito. I'm the real comedian. I'm the real funny guy, not Stevie Lou. Hippity hoppity hippity hop hop hippity. It's like a guy that just goes up and goes, Rapper's Delight, hippity hoppity hippity hip hip hoppity. Yeah.
Some like a lyric you would hear like Rapper's Delight to hip hop.
And look at this fucking idiot wearing this dumb tracksuit and fitted hat, looking like Run DMC. And he's gonna come at me saying I'm the fucking hip hop hippity hop hop guy. He literally looks like he's dressed like a fucking crack dealer from 1982 on 125th Street and Lexington Avenue. Literally wearing a drug dealer outfit from Harlem in the early 90s. And he's stamping all over my fucking joke with his fucking nonsense. This is enraging me right now. Fuck you, Ray DeVito. Fuck Ray DeVito. Everybody in the chat right now, put the fuck Ray DeVitos. I want to see literally fuck Ray DeVito Tower. That's the only thing that's going to help me get over this right now. Please. I don't ask for much.
He's like a rapper thing, like some like a lyric you would hear like Rapper's Delight to hip hop, the hippity hop, like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
That joke sustained the laughter for basically the entire battle.
That joke sustained laughter for basically the entire battle, which is like a 10-minute thing. The only time Ray DeVito has ever gotten any sort of response similar to what I got that night was when he was outwardly mocked at Hackamania by Patrick Melton and Tukey and his people. That standing ovation of that straight Carrie, the horror film, Stephen King's Carrie ovation that Ray got, just mocking him to his face, that he never understood was mocking him to his face because he just existed. That's what he did to get that. That was Ray's big thing. Now, these guys are telling him about a time when I organically was able to use my brain to create a humorous situation that literally is now considered one of the greatest moments in Comedy Fight Club history. It's something that like literally was over 8 years ago.
He was homeschooling. You're about to get school.
Yeah, and then Ray just nervously now Ray turned because he tried to like shit talk the joke. And then Dan Wicks, who again is not my friend, is like, no, that laugh kept going the entire roast battle.
Oh.
And then Ray is now laughing instead at his own joke. Oh my God, this is fucking embarrassing. So Ray is laughing at his own joke now. While these guys are still laughing at the thing that I said, Ray now has laughed at his own riff, which didn't make any sense. Let's watch this one more time.
Like that.
Yeah.
Some that's like a early 80s like rapper thing, like some like a lyric you would hear like Rapper's Delight to hip hop, the hippity hop, like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
That joke sustained the laughter for basically the entire battle.
He was homeschooling. You're about to get school. It also doesn't even make sense. Like, what's he going back to a like? It
doesn't make sense. Wait, it doesn't make sense. I heard you were homeschooled. You're about to get schooled, Holmes. I was insulting him, saying that we're in a rap battle, excuse me, a roast battle, and you're about to get schooled. It was like a very cheesy, corny, dad jokey sort of thing to say to someone with a straight face, and like the delivery of all seriousness is what I was. That juxtaposition was the humor intended. And for some reason, Ray can't comprehend. And now he's trying to. Ray, the creator and performer of the ghosted joke, Ray has some of the most unintelligible jokes in the history of comedy. Like, no one has constructed more poorly written and poorly executed jokes than Ray DeVito. So I can see why he's trying to like, oh, that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, because 50% of your jokes, Ray, don't really make sense. But you fucking go out there and you fucking yell them out to tiny crowds in shit clubs in New York City for fucking $10 a spot, if that, or drink tickets. Your drink ticket comedy is fucking nonsense. And then you're going to come at a brilliant performer, a guy who really grinded away for a long time at this to get as good as I could. Guy who got, not my words, from the words of Dan Wicks, one of the greatest responses in the history of Comedy Fight Club. So let's keep it going with this.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I like that joke. It doesn't even make sense. It makes you.
Yeah. He's condescending now. I like it, even though it doesn't make sense or anything. It doesn't make sense to him, I guess. So if it doesn't make sense to Ray, then it's not good. So does anything make sense to Ray? As far as I know, Ray doesn't understand anything. He needs to be explained. Everything needs to be fucking handheld, explained to him. Wow, I'm getting really. You know what? Can we get more? Thank you guys for jumping in and doing the F Ray DeVito before. But can we get another F Ray DeVito tower, FRD? Because that really made my heart sing. Let's finish this up.
Ponder it.
Yeah, I mean, credit to it. It happened like 8 years ago, and it still makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Dan Wicks is like, this was from 8 years ago, and I think it's still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And Ray's like, it's stupid.
That's like a bong hit transplant joke right there.
And now we see what's happening. Now the other shoe has dropped. You see what just happened in live time. It's a status in the comedy world thing. It's a rivalry thing. Ray and Tom Myers have been going at it over who can write jokes for a long time. It's been very snippy back and forth, and it's just showing Ray's immaturity, his insecurity and immaturity is that he can't just accept that guys like Stevie Lou, guys like the great Tom Myers can write better jokes than him that get better response. Again, tell me one Ray joke that's ever had a stand-up audience going nuts. Name one of his jokes that's ever gotten that sort of legit response. It was just trolling him at Hackamania. But yeah, no, I'm the idiot. I'm the bad comic or the non-comic.
That's Tom Myers level beauty right there. Like, bam.
Yeah.
Where it just leaves you like, you see what he was kind of trying to do, but then when you go back and rework, it's like, no, wait a minute, it doesn't.
So you see what I was kind of trying to do. What was I kind of trying to do, Ray? Was I kind of trying to make the audience at the comedy show have a great reaction? Or was I trying to be on Ray DeVito's intelligence level? Just got a $5 PayPal from the one and only Roy Cohn, Esquire. He sent me an FRD $5 PayPal. Roy Cohn, my man, thank you very much. Yeah, look at this. Bong hit transplant is a masterpiece. Ray DeVito's been trying to get that Tom Myers heat his entire career. Ray can't even get the Tom Myers heat. Ray wishes he was 1/10 of Tom Myers. Tom Myers is cool, calm, collective, a ladies' man, a fucking successful pillar of his community. Ray is none of those things. Tom Myers is talented. Tom Myers can hang. Tom Myers is not a creep. Let's go back to this.
It's homeschooled. You're about to get schooled, Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chow said,
Oh,
beats it into the
wow,
ground.
that's fucking beautiful. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Stevie Lou.
no, you know what? That joke is so bad that it's good. That's what I
Yeah.
like. It's up there.
So after Dan Wicks spends a straight 2 minutes saying that it was one of the greatest jokes of all time, Ray finally tries to concede a point to me, begrudgingly, still, like a fucking bitch. Fuck Ray DeVito, man. All right. Is that it?
Chris, can you keep your hands visible at all times? That's not nice.
Yeah, he can't. That's the joke, is he can't keep his hands visible at all times. He doesn't have forearms, Ray. And like the hands that he does have, they're not hands. He's a great guy though. I liked hanging out with Chris. Actually, you know what? He's kind of quiet and to himself backstage. But I'll tell you what, I used to host, and occasionally I'd have to bring Chris Crespo up to the stage. And, you know, that's the thing. You say, hey, come to the stage, Chris Crespo, and you put the mic in the stand, and then you shake the hand of the comedian. I remember I would have to, like, take the mic and, like you're handing off a football, kind of like hand off the football mic to his hands, and then, like, not shake his hands. That was always tough, troublesome, difficult time trying to bring Chris Crespo to the stage. But let me tell you, when he was up there, he fucking crushed. I never saw Chris Crespo do bad. He's one of the few comedians that I can absolutely say, without a shadow of a doubt, never bombed. Never once bombed. I mean, I'm sure he had. I mean, he'd probably, if he were here, he'd stop me right now and say, hey, Stevie, trust me, I've had some bad sets. But when I ever saw him perform, he always had the crowd's attention and had some really funny bits. And it wasn't like hacky handicap stuff. He was like a substitute teacher in New York City or some shit. So if you can imagine, I think it was like in a bad neighborhood too. So yeah, like fucking tears from your eyes, hilarious stories. Guy like Chris Crespo. So shout out to Chris Crespo and Dan Wicks too. I guess I heard Kevin Brennan was trying to get Dan Wicks on and Chris Crespo, and that's something that I probably could help him with. But I've also learned my lesson trying to help Kevin connect to people because I've heard him say those exact words before on air. I want to have Jake and Louie on. That was Gino's puppet friends. And then I reach out to Jake and Louie, get them all primed up. And KB just flakes on me again. It happens. It's part of KB's mystique, if anything. But at the end of the day, does KB owe any of us anything? Technically, no. No. So you got to love the man, warts and all, as they say. But yeah, it's Friday. Friday. Throw your L's up. Everybody at home, throw your L's up. Throw your F. Ray DeVito's up. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Send some Venmos. Send some PayPals. Follow me on Twitter. Doodle in the house, showing you how it's done. Follow Doodle's lead. Cock a doodle do. Wait a second. Now, if you're going to cock a doodle's do, that sounds like the butt. Oh, God. This has gone into sodomy. You know, when you start a stream, when you hit live, you never know where you're going to go. And today, we went sodomizing Doodle. And Doodle thought not getting her death pool money was the worst thing that was going to happen to her on a stream this year. Goes to show you that you should just count your blessings. One day you're getting screwed out of a death pool. The next day, sodomy. Clip that, Doom. Deep thoughts with Stevie Lou. That's what we come here for. Big tokes and deep thoughts. All right. Well, we got probably another 15 minutes or so at the very most. I don't feel like I got much more in the tank. Got a lot of shit going on right now. It's kind of terrifying, to be honest. But one thing I've been trying to remember, and it's a great piece of advice I was given recently, and it's a little mantra I try to repeat in my head, especially when times are getting kind of wild. What I say is, all right, dude, talking to myself. I go, all right, dude, you're on the roller coaster now. You're really on the roller coaster now. So relax. Ride the roller coaster. Breathe. Don't tense up. Don't fight it. You're going to hurt yourself. You're on the roller coaster. Just breathe and relax and go with it. So if you could take anything home with you today, maybe that'll work for you. When shit starts to get sideways, up or down, say, all right, dude, you're really on the roller coaster right now. Make sure you relax. Look at that. Son of Billy Wagner's throwing up fuck Ray DeVito's, and then he's realizing that he was a minute and a half behind. Let's go to the videotape and see what's happening here in Twitter world. Hey, Twitter world, it's me, OJ. Rest in peace, OJ. OJ, who I will forever be linked with, not because I killed their wives, but the day that OJ died was the day that the article in the newspaper came out about my arm being broken. So I've got copies of OJ's death day paper laying around here somewhere because my article is in there. Gonna see what we got. Gonna see what we got, what we can pull up. Okay, this is great. This is legendary shit from my boy here. Doot doot doot. Beep 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 beep. Beep beep beep. Beep beep. Let's do this.
I'm gonna be on you like black on Amazon.
This is your fault, the American dream, that hero.
You common woman. You peasant. You witch. You're mine.
The American dream is dead.
I'm gonna be on you like black on Amazon.
This is your fault, the American dream, that hero.
You common woman. You peasant. You witch. You're mine.
The American dream is
Amazing. It's the son of Billy Wagner, or excuse me, son of Billy Wagner on the X. Let's see what else we got from Billy Boy. Billy Boy, old Billy Baru. Some classic shit. Let's see this one here.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Jesus. Oh shit, this might get me in trouble. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. You know what? If I get taken out for a son of Billy Wagner video, I'm fine with that.
Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man.
Wow.
Steve Austin will be that man.
Amazing. Son of Bill. Oh, look at that. Is this the one? No.
What the fuck you looking at?
I never saw anybody with bunny eyes before.
That's great. All right, so we're just waiting on. Wow. Dick Fitzwill. Was that an elephant gun to take Patrick down? Whoa. Dick Fitzwill. Coming off the top rope to basically frog splash Patrick Melton. Because he did get a cameo in the They Live Billy Wagner mashup. Unbelievable stuff, Billy. Let's see. Give it another minute. See if Billy gets his new video up, because I'd love to premiere that on my show. There we go. Holy shit. Whoa. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, buckle the fuck up, because we have quite the premiere. There is a brand new Son of Billy Wagner video, first being debuted on A Morning on Bald Mountain Live with Stevie Lou. I present to you the great Son of Billy Wagner's latest video. Here we go.
What makes a man? Is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man, man. Now you're a man, man. You are now a man. You're a man. Now you're a man.
Wow.
What makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day? No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a male. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Now you're a male. Now you're a male. M-A-N, man. Now you're a moron.
Wow. And to this day, Son of Billy Wagner's new video received a 9-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival. And we were all here for that. Man, I think we should watch it again.
What makes a man? Is it the power in his hands? Is it his quest for glory? Give it all you got to fight to the top, so we can know your story. Now you're a man.
What is that?
Man. Now you're a man. Man. You are now a man. You're a man. Now you're a man. makes a man? Is it the woman in his arms? Just 'cause she has big titties? Or is it the way he fights every day? No, it's probably the titties. Now you're a male. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh. Now you're a my, oh. My, oh my, male. Now you're a male. M-A-N, man. Now you're a moron.
All right. God damn again. Bravo to the son of Billy Wagner. And I mean, I hope Karmic and Felicia can understand that this is just having fun. Yes, at your expense. I do get how that's not the greatest situation, but come on. You can't take that sort of stuff personal. I hope you don't, at least. I hope it's okay that I'm having a good time laughing with it here. You know that I both love you. I love you. And this is just kind of part of this. It comes with the territory. Hey, listen, I've had some of the most vile shit said about me on these places. Some very terrible things have happened in real life to other people, even in my family. So of all the things to have done to you, a humorous, silly little video from the legend Billy Wagner, I think shouldn't really register too high on the offense list. But that's just me. Yeah, and that goes for anybody else out there too. You know, like getting mad or DMing me about things that are being said. Like save it, because honestly, I've had literally the most horrific things said about me, and also my wife has been whatever. You know, like, am I going to sit here and stew over it and make a big deal out of it? No, but I will just comment that, hey, you know, that's kind of life these days, sadly. So how you roll with the punches is the more important part here. Let's check in. Let's check in because we are hitting the 2-hour mark, and I got to get some lunch, some brunch, as they call it. Masterpiece, Billy. Absolutely. Yeah, that is the song from Orgasmo, Matt and Trey. Check out Holocaust, Cannibal the Musical. It's called it Cannibal Holocaust. I'm sorry. Do 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 do. What? I don't know what this was all about. Oh, okay. I get it. This didn't make sense at first to me. I was on the Kratom roller coaster and had 2 panic attacks, so I threw it out. Yeah, I guess that's in regards to you're on the roller coaster. You got to relax. Yeah, careful with that stuff. That's definitely a controlled substance. Do not fuck around with that. Terrible Tony, my mate, Cannibal the Musical. It's a wonderful program. Did not see the new Red Sonja remake. I'll look into it. Dickie Fitz. Yeah, I apologize for putting my junk out on air like that. That was inappropriate. I was just trying to show love. Yes, Dick Fitz. Well, I did see the new Toxic Avenger last night, and I really enjoyed it. And I won't say much about it because it's still a new movie. But maybe in a week or so, we could talk about it more. As you can see here, my lady Doodle, my lady Tootle, she told it right. Yeah. Doing some impressions because I am the original MLC impression guy. Don't want you to ever forget that I, the original impressionist of MLC. So don't you come around showing up once or twice every few weeks, if you will. Try to do impressions when I am the originator. I haven't done walking in a while, so I got to dust that one off. Doodle wants to know, doesn't your old pal Steel Toe have court today? I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. I think maybe. I'm sure someone out there is covering that. But yeah, I think that's about it. I am tapped out. And yeah, I got some stuff to do. So that was fun. Thank you very much for coming around, having a time. Throw your L's up, hit the like button, repost, retweet, post the link, spread the word, comment in the video, please, in the link. Let's get it in the algo. Let's move it. Make some comments. Throw some L's in the comments. As soon as the video's done, just go and throw some L's in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Tell your friends, too, your little Dabbleverse friends, that this is the place to be when we do it. We don't have a schedule. Things are going to be busy for the next couple of weeks. So I don't even know when I'm going to be able to get in on this. Might not see me for a while. Might not see me for a little while. That's okay. Don't be worried. Going to be doing a lot. Going to be getting a lot done. So thank you very much for coming through. And I will see you maybe later tonight. Maybe later tonight somewhere else you could see me. You never know, to be honest. All right.